All right. Good evening. First of all, I would like to apologize to everybody who watched the previous video, because I should have done it in English. But at that moment, I just felt like to reach a wider audience, it would have been beneficial to speak at least one local language where it can be passed on from one person to another, where it's going to benefit the people who really need it on the ground. So, secondly, I was in no way inciting violence. Hey, here where I'm at, I don't need to get involved in Gambia's political dispensation. It is not my problem. It's not my say. It's not my job to tell Gambians who to vote or who not to vote for, or whether to go to war or not, whether not to go to war. That is not my problem. I'm not concerned with that. What I'm concerned with is the civilians on the ground, the people that I know, families, friends, relatives, like people that their lives cannot be protected by themselves. This is the reason why we have armies in each country, because you protect lives and property. So they cannot protect themselves. But as it stands right now, it is important that we pass key information to people who need it a lot. Okay, that's like women, children, old people. So before you come at me telling me, or telling Fatu not to share videos and stuff like this, maybe you need to watch what you're doing to help the people. That's number one. So number two, I'm going to go ahead and translate what I said earlier in Mandinka. So first of all, I was talking about the two types of chemical weapons that are available to improvised countries, because other chemical weapons, before you make them, you have to have certain kind of facilities, the standard and all that stuff. So it's hard for them to get that. So they take the easy route. So one is mustard gas. I talked about mustard gas in the video. Mustard gas, I'm talking about their characteristics, like how you can recognize what kind of gas it is, what kind of chemical weapon is it. So mustard gas is like yellowish. No, excuse me, that's chlorine. Mustard gas is like, it smells like garlic. It smells like garlic or onion. So sometimes it could be odorless. But you can protect yourself, since mustard gas is like it's a blister agent, so it's gonna affect your skin on the outside. It doesn't affect your breathing or none of that stuff. It affects your skin when it gets on your body. So what you do is you try to make sure you move out of the area as soon as possible. So go to dense locations, like go to higher elevation. Let's say if it is dense right here, you move out of the car, because right now I'm in a car. If someone throws mustard gas inside this car, my first action should be to step outside and go somewhere where the density is lower. Two, I can go to a high elevation, because if it happens, mustard gas is thicker than air, so it stays at lower, like it stays basically closer to the ground. So you move upstairs. If you're in the building, go to the next level. If you're outside, if you can climb trees, you go ahead, by all means. If you're like areas where, like Basse mountain areas and stuff, you climb up the mountain. Where somewhere the elevation is higher than where the gas or the weapon is employed. It's deployed, sorry. So another thing is chlorine gas. Now, before I go to chlorine, mustard gas, you decon, like basically you clean yourself up with, take all your clothes off. Don't be ashamed of anything. Take all your clothes off, and then, wash your body with water, just water. That will help, because I know how hard it is for some people to get all this stuff, but water can help. So second thing I'm going to talk about is chlorine. Chlorine gas is inhalation hazard. So when chlorine gas is employed wherever you are, or is deployed, the first plan of action you do is like move away from the tough area. Go to somewhere where it's not dense over there. Like if it is applied here, I'm going to step out of the car. Same logic. I'm going to go outside, make sure I get fresh air, breathe in fresh air. And the next step I will do is like make sure you pee in a cup. Like pee. Yes, pee. I know it's nasty. Pee in a cup, and then put a piece of cloth in the cup, in the pee or cotton, and then put it in your nose. Or just put it close by your nose so you can breathe it in, because what it does is it's going to crystallize whatever elements that are in that gas. So that's another thing. So what you can do again is like you decon your body. Basically, you cleaning your body. Next thing you do is make sure the clothes that you have on, you take them off, and then wash your body with soap and water. Soap and water. Make sure those soap and water, you clean good. You wash your body, because if not, it's going to affect you. So mustard gas affects your skin. It basically causes blisters. And then chlorine gas is inhalation hazard. You're breathing. So those are the two major gases that I know of that they can afford. So if something's out there, don't worry about it. That's the will of God. But let's stay informed, pass the information on, and let's stop being like jumping on each other like lions and stuff. All I care about is safety. So and another thing I want to say is let's pray for peace. If peace prevail, we're good with that. If otherwise happens, we prepare to defend and protect ourselves and lives and property. Okay, so it's just a quick lesson for people who think everything is just smooth. It's fine. Yes, if that happens, I'm fine with it. But I always expect the worst. If the worst doesn't happen, then I'm good with it. If it happens, then I'm prepared for it. So the same thing happened. Iraq war, everybody think it was going to be a swift, fast response. And we still involved. ISIS is there. ISIS is everywhere. So because of that, so don't fall victim to situations like that. Do not let your guard down. Protect yourself. Ninkaro sabatita. If peace comes, it happens. If otherwise happens, God forbid, but you should be ready to protect yourself and your family. All right, man. Y'all have a good, wonderful day and stay prayed up. All right. Gambia, one love.